Here is an even deeper, more immersive, and emotionally charged version of the story, expanding on the mystery, struggle, and ultimate realization of divine truth. The secret truth: you are God. Why this was hidden from you. Chapter 1. Whisper in the Dark. Arjun always felt like an outsider in his own life. Even as a child, he would stare at the night sky, feeling an inexplicable pull, as if something was calling him, something beyond this world. His parents dismissed his questions. God is above, Arjun. We are just his servants. Don't question it. But he couldn't stop. One evening, as he sat alone by the river, lost in thought, he felt something unusual, a strange warmth spreading through his chest. And then a whisper. You are more than you think you are. His breath caught. He turned sharply. No one was there. But deep inside, something shifted. Chapter 2. Cracks in the Illusion. As Arjun grew, the feeling only intensified. He studied religions, philosophies, and even quantum physics. And what he found shocked him. Every spiritual text seemed to hint at the same hidden message. The Bible said, the kingdom of God is within you. The Bhagavad Gita declared, you are not the body nor the mind. You are the eternal self. The Buddha taught, all things arise from mind. Quantum physics revealed that consciousness shapes reality itself. Why is no one talking about this? He wondered. Then he found something disturbing. Throughout history, this knowledge had been deliberately hidden. Why? Because a world where people know their own divine power is a world that cannot be controlled. Chapter 3. The Prison of the Mind. Arjun began seeing the world differently. He noticed how everything was designed to keep humanity small. Religions preached separation, making people believe God was external. Governments ruled through fear, keeping people weak and divided. Schools taught obedience, not self-realization. Media spread fear, ensuring no one questioned reality. It was all a system, a carefully crafted illusion. He realized we weren't just living in a world of control, we were inside a mental prison. If people knew they were divine, who would obey? Who would bow? And so, the greatest truth in human history was buried, until now. Chapter 4. The Breaking Point. One night, unable to sleep, Arjun wandered into the forest. He sat under an ancient banyan tree and closed his eyes. He began breathing deeply, his mind slowing. Then, something happened. His body disappeared. His identity as Arjun vanished. Suddenly, he was everywhere. He was the wind moving through the leaves. He was the river flowing through the valley. He was the stars burning in the cosmos. He was everything. In that moment, he heard the voice again. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Arjun gasped, his heart pounding. It was so clear now. There is no separation. The universe is not outside of us. We are the universe. We are God experiencing itself. Tears streamed down his face. He remembered. Chapter 5, The Great Lie. But now that he knew, what would he do? He tried to tell others. His family laughed at him. His friends called him crazy. Religious leaders warned him to stop. Arjun, this is dangerous. You are not God. That is blasphemy. But he saw the fear in their eyes. Deep down, they knew. The world was programmed to reject this truth, but he also knew why. Those in power, governments, corporations, religious institutions, they had known this secret for centuries. They knew reality is created by belief. Humanity is not weak, but divine. If people wake up, the system collapses. So they made sure no one did. They distorted spiritual teachings. They burned books. They killed those who spoke the truth. This wasn't just ignorance. It was a cover-up. And now Arjun had to make a choice. Would he stay silent, or would he help wake up the world? Chapter 6. The Awakening Begins. He started small. He didn't try to preach. Instead, he simply asked people one question. Who are you? Not their name, not their job, not their body, but who are you beyond all of that? And for those who listened, something shifted. People began experiencing strange synchronicities. They saw their thoughts manifesting into reality. They felt something waking up inside them. The illusion was breaking, and those in power, they knew it. Chapter 7. The War on Consciousness. As more people awakened, the system fought back. Governments tightened their control. Social media censored spiritual truths. Fear was broadcasted 24/7. They knew that if enough people people remembered who they truly were, their reign would end. But it was too late. The shift had begun. Millions were waking up. The ancient secret, hidden for centuries, was returning, and nothing could stop it now. Chapter 8. The Final Truth. One day, Arjun sat by a quiet lake, reflecting on everything. Then he heard the voice one last time. You were never just Arjun. You are existence itself, experiencing life through him. He smiled. He understood. God was never separate. God was never far away. God was us. And as more and more people awakened, the world began to change. The illusion of fear collapsed. The systems of control crumbled. Humanity remembered the truth they hid from you. This story is not just about Arjun. It is about you. You have been told you are powerless. You have been taught to believe in limits. You have been programmed to forget who you really are. But now the choice is yours. Will you wake up? Will you reclaim your power? Will you remember? You are not a mere human. You are God in human form. The universe is waiting for you to realize it. The awakening has begun. Will you step into your divine power?